Found out my sister has been lying about our family to her friends for years. So about 3 years ago my older sister Leah's personality basically did a 180 overnight. She went from being the sweet reliable big sis to kinda snappy and closed off. Stopped doing chores, would get an attitude if anyone reminded her, spent all day in her room, you get the point. I was 12 at the time, so I was just like, why is she acting like that? And my brother, 21M, was moved out and busy with school and whatnot. In the beginning, my parents chalked it up to teenage girl hormones, which was also technically part of the issue, but also one night she just came out of her room crying and told us she is bisexual. My parents were extremely supportive of this, so was my brother, because he's gay. I wasn't educated on this kind of stuff at the time, so I didn't get until my parents explained it to me, and why it was such a big deal to her, and I was just like, cool, good for you sis. So anyways, her behavior got better after that, and she was being nice to us again. She didn't hang out with me as much, which is like what teenage girl wants to be around their little sister, lol. So fast forward 3 years later, me and my sister are really close again, or at least I thought we were. One thing I've noticed same with my parents is that her friends started acting very weird towards us. Like they wouldn't talk to us when they came over, if they did, or would occasionally make backhanded remarks or roll their eyes when we spoke. It was weird, but again this was only when they came over, which was rarely, so me and my parents kinda just brushed them off like, whatever, they don't have to like us. I just found out why they act like this. Probably like an hour ago ick. I was peacefully binge watching an anime when my phone started buzzing like crazy. When I checked, I was added into a group chat on IG by her friends. In this group chat, they were basically bashing me for being a horrible person. They were calling me homophobic, a spoiled brat, terrible sister, golden child, homewrecker. Kept telling me I need to apologize to my sister for abusing her, so obviously I'm confused. When I expressed my confusion to them, they told me to stop acting dumb and innocent. Later they realized I was being serious and genuinely did not know what they were talking about. That's when they sent me a bunch of screenshots between them and my sister. To sum things up, my sister has fed her friends a very wild story about her life and how we treat her. Our parents are extremely homophobic and are kicking her out at 18 because of her sexuality. When she came out, I quickly became the favorite child. I'm spoiled and get everything I want, and because of this I treat her badly for fun. I hit her, steal/break her things, verbally abuse her, and call her homophobic slurs. Not only do my parents allow it, they encourage it. She's forced to do all of the chores and cooking in the house, including cleaning my room. This girl does not know how to cook. Lied about other stuff like having autism and me making fun of her for it, which is crazy because I'm the one with autism. There's so much more. The screenshots go back like 2 years, so she's been telling them this shit for close to 3 fucking years. I asked them why it's taken them this long to confront me. They said she begged them not to confront or talk to us about it, because apparently it will make things worse for her, and her plan was just to go and see with us once she's 18. But they couldn't hold back this time, because the most recent thing she told them was that apparently I found out ABT, the guy she likes/is talking to, and immediately found his social media and started texting him. Now he won't talk to her. So not the abusing, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back for them? LMAO. I debunked as much as I could, sent them pics from pride festivals we went to with her, sent them pics of us, we take a lot together, sent them pics of my brother with his boyfriend. They were pissed, but I asked them not to do anything until I figure out how to deal with it, because apparently my sister is the abused black sheep of the family. They agreed. The combo about me stealing the boy she likes happened a few hours ago. I checked on my sister, and she was peacefully sleeping, so she doesn't know ABT, the GC. As for me, I'm having many emotions about this: shocked, hurt, angry. It feels like a huge slap in the face. I don't know how to go about this. I don't even know why she's doing it. For attention? Ig. Reddit, what should I do? Update. First off, I want to thank everyone for advice. You all helped me get my thoughts in order, so I really appreciate that. So now for the update. I talked to my parents, and it went kinda how I expected. Kinda not. Also, I know this is kinda late. I do apologize for that. I stayed up most of the night, A, because I was reading your comments and whatnot, and B, couldn't sleep that much, lol. Got ABT 2 hours in, but I went with the obvious advice y'all gave me and took screenshots of everything, including the MSGS from the last night GC. My dad gets home earlier, then my mom, and my sister has a part-time job, so I spoke to my dad first. Obviously he was furious, shocked, hurt. It was hard watching it happen since I love my dad. He also apologized a lot, as I'm the one who had to find this out and sit him down. Anyway, mom got home and my dad wanted to talk to her alone, so I went in my room. This is the unexpected part. I heard my parents arguing a lot, and I'll skip the details, but I later found out that mom knew ABT Leah's lies. She found out ABT 5 months ago and didn't tell my dad. I don't know the details, but apparently she made my sister promise not to do it anymore and just trusted that she wouldn't. LMAO, safe to say my dad was pissed. Leah got home and things got worse, more screaming from Leah. It was hard not to hear BC. I was literally in the house, but my dad said that Leah was punching and scratching her legs, threatening to kill herself, also screaming that she was going to kill me. So I was kinda scared to leave my room. Literally never heard my sister scream like that before. My dad was already mad that my mom went behind his back and kept him out of something that involves his child. My mom defended herself, saying that she was just protecting Leah and that she's just a kid. But my dad is smart enough to realize that Leah is clearly not mentally well and said she needed to be put in MH. A lot of you said the same. From what I heard and what my dad told me, my mom begged him not to, but dad was already pissed ABT what she did, so he threatened to leave her if she didn't comply. There was more arguing, but eventually they did drive her to the hospital, and obviously I haven't seen her. Me and my dad are now at my grandparents' dad's side, and he is not currently speaking to my mom, but he did tell her that if she tries to take Leah out, then she is ending their marriage. I also spoke to my brother, and obviously he was hurt but concerned for our sis, so there's that. My dad and I have talked a lot, good talks. He apologized to me for everything going on, but it's not his fault, so there's nothing to forgive. If anything, I feel more bad ABT the situation, but me and my dad are good. I'm not sure exactly where my parents' relationship stands right now, but dad told me not to worry ABT adult stuff and to just focus on being a kid and going to school, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. But that's basically everything for now. I will update if anything else happens. Update. Hey guys, it's been a minute, but I have another update. I'll start with some positive stuff first. I got to see my brother and his BF. They took me and my dad to the movies and out to dinner. It was really fun. It took my mind off things. New Year's was really fun. I spent it with my dad's side of the family. I haven't shared too much details with friends, because this is a family matter, but from what they know, they've been super supportive and sweet. Now on to other stuff. Leah was supposed to get out on the 1st, but that didn't end up happening. She did get out on the 5th, and is at home with our mom. Again, I repeat, I don't know how all that stuff works. I had a conversation with my dad about not feeling comfortable going home and being around my sister and mom just yet, and he was very understanding, but he did have to go back for obvious reasons, and my grandparents were more than pleased to keep me there. LOL. About my sister, from what I know, her first day out, she didn't talk to anyone and basically just slept the rest of the day. Second day was a little rough. She wasn't happy about not getting her phone back or having some privileges taken from her. My mom tried to fight with my dad about it, but basically gave up as she's still in hot water with him. When mom found out, I wasn't coming home right away, and wasn't really open to talking to Leah about the situation yet. She got pretty upset and sent me a message. She basically said that I can't be mad at Leah because she's not well and needs all the support she can get right now, and apparently she's in distraught that I don't want to talk to her, and I'm making things worse. Okay, literally never cared less. Leah does have depression/anxiety. I don't know any more than that other than she is being medicated. I'm pretty sure my dad did talk to my sister's therapist to update her on the situation. My dad did go through my sister's phone, and it wasn't cute. He found a GC where my sister and her friends would basically harass this girl from their school. Reason? No clue. Not just for that situation, but for the whole situation in general. My dad did have to find the numbers of Leah's friends' parents and let them know of what's been going on. I have no clue what's happening with them, but it's none of my business. Leah did admit that the lying was for attention and false sympathy, and she never meant for it to go this far. Not sure if I believe that entirely. I don't think I need it, but my dad also wants to put me in therapy, so I'm just going with it. LOL. Big issue right now. My mom continues to coddle and enable my sister. My sister knows this too, so she hasn't been going to my dad about anything because she knows that he is going to actually parent her. My mom will try to stand her ground with Leah, but then the waterworks start and blah blah blah. It's annoying and it's making my dad upset. It's the fact my sister knows she can get my mom to do what she wants, it's manipulative and gross. I have gone back to school and Leah is coming back soon. I'm worried for when that happens. A lot of you said she might try and spin some story with teachers or counselors, but also as of right now, my sister is essentially friendless, and I'm not gonna talk to her at school either. I mean, it is the consequences of her own actions, but I can't help but pity her. I just don't want her loser ex-friends to come up and be AHs to her. At the end of the day, I think that inevitably there will be a meeting with Leah, my parents, ex-friends, and their parents, and the girl that Leah and her friends harassed. I already said this in a comment, but I'm gonna say it here too. Regardless of what y'all think, I do not plan on forgiving or speaking to my sister anytime soon, lol. She does not get a pass, because her mental health is shit. She still actively chose to do something disgusting and continued to do that for 3 years. She did not just make up lies about how I treat her. Her and her loser squad would actively make fun of slash and bash my character any chance they got. Looks, hobbies, interests, was all bashed. I would never let someone speak about my sister. She let them speak about me. I love her and genuinely hope she gets better, but I don't have to like her. My mom can think I'm a brat, and my sister can cry about it as much as she wants. I don't care. It's going to take a long time for me to trust her again. It honestly terrifies me to the core how insanely two-faced a person can be, literally baffles me. Main issue right now. Mom and Dad. My dad wanted to fight for their marriage, he really did, looked into marriage counseling and I see immediately. But after more talking / arguing about my sister, my mom lying, and continuing with her BS, my dad ended up finding something very disgusting that my mom has been hiding from him that has left him heartbroken. I'd rather not get into it, but I'm sure y'all have some ideas. I'm still letting all of this process. So no, my dad does not plan on continuing with my mother. Things are a little tough right now. My dad can't exactly just leave our house, mainly because my sister refuses to leave my mom, and understandably my dad doesn't want to leave Leah alone with her. So he's staying just until some legal stuff is sorted out, and I don't plan on going back anytime soon. That's basically it for now. If I'll update again, we'll just have to wait and see. I love my dad so much, he's my best friend, so I'm just gonna try my best to cheer him up and be a good kid during these times.